So Christie Sides has made her decision. She got interviewed. She made it very, very, very clear. The tactic for tomorrow and the tactic from here on out is give the ball to Boston. Caitlin, go stand in that corner. That is their tactic, lads. Before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are less than 100 away from 7.5k. If we could hit that by tip off of this game tomorrow, it'll be absolutely insane. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. So yeah, basically, Christie Sides is talking about their game plan and saying that their main game plan now is to get the ball inside for some more high percentage looks. Ironically enough, if you watch the game, when they went ahead was when they started shooting well from three. And I get it. You kind of need to have a game in basketball in general. You do need to have more to your game than just shooting threes. You need to be not one-dimensional, or in Caitlin Clark's case, like two-dimensional. That is the problem with her game. But just as a team, you can't be one-dimensional. You got to go inside, you got to go outside. The problem is, this team has two tactics. Caitlin, go run off a million screens, or Caitlin, go stand in the corner, ball goes into Aliyah Boston. And we see what happens. However, Christie Sides doesn't necessarily know how to use this. Where is the app right now? See this app right here? See this right here? What you see on screen? She doesn't really know how to do this. So, let's just say, like most games, the Fever shoot about, I think from three, they're shooting about like 33, 34% on the year. And from two, they're probably at about like 45%. I'm not entirely sure. But I do also know Caitlin Clark is shooting 38% from three. So, from 30 foot. So, let's go with 3 by 0.38. 1.14 points per shot from 30 feet. And let's go to Aliyah Boston, who's shooting way under 50% from the field. I don't know what Aliyah Boston's shooting. Let's just say hypothetically she shoots 50% from two. That is 1 point per possession. A Caitlin Clark 30-footer is a more efficient shot than Aliyah Boston from 2 feet away. And that is being generous saying she shoots 50%. She doesn't shoot 50%. Why are you going inside out when it is less efficient? That is why teams are literally not doubling Aliyah Boston, because they know she's going to shoot 50% or under in the post. You don't need to double down the post when she's not a mismatch. And the fact they're playing Cardoso tomorrow. They're playing Cardoso. Aliyah Boston's going to shoot 30% on Cardoso. She's going to block 50% of the time. Angel Reese. In fairness, Aliyah Boston might do something on Angel Reese. But like, Aliyah Boston is not going to dominate inside. And by the way, like, I don't necessarily think they should 1,000,000% run through Caitlin Clark. But every time there's a post touch, if you listen to Christie Sides talk at the start of the year, this is literally what she said. She said, this is while she was talking about Caitlin Clark taking long too. She goes, Caitlin Clark needs to know she can give the ball up now, and she's got better players, and they're going to give it back to her. They don't give it back to her. That is the big issue with this whole situation, is that Aliyah Boston is not a roller. The PNR has worked okay towards the end of the game, but that's not Aliyah Boston's game. Aliyah Boston is a back down post player. And Aliyah Boston, as far as her passing out of the post, she's very good at hitting cutters. Caitlin Clark is not a cutter. Caitlin Clark's job tomorrow is going to be either run down the court and pass the ball to Aliyah Boston, or allow Erica Wheeler or Kelsey Mitchell dribble the ball to the floor and go stand in that corner. And it's more than likely going to be go stand in that corner. And it is very, very frustrating teams when they've got rookies like this normally try to at least play to the rookie strength. And like, I actually genuinely think this is the tactic. This is the tactic of Christie Sides. Please start Erica Wheeler and leave Caitlin Clark on the bench. Please do that. You have, like, if you are going to tell Clark to go stand in the corner, at least don't tire her out. Like, she's going to be tired out running off a million screens on defense. She's going to be tired out running off a bunch of pin down screens to never even get looked at. She's going to be tired out. At least if you want Caitlin Clark to play her game, at least let her play her game in limited minutes. Cool, if you want to win the game more than develop a rookie, that is fine. There's actually nothing necessarily wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with trying to win rather than develop a rookie. Every coach has the option. I don't think there's anything wrong as far as coaching is concerned with saying, I don't care about developing this rookie. My job is to win. Because she was not hired to develop Caitlin Clark. She was hired to win games. And if that's the way she thinks is best to win games, she should do it. But also, I think she feels forced to play Caitlin Clark. I'm pretty sure, like, Christie sides, if she had a choice to play Clark or not, would say no. But start Erica Wheeler. Give Caitlin Clark 18 minutes off the bench. Give 10 of those minutes while Aliyah Boston is off the floor. And just let her go to work. Caitlin Clark will be more effective being allowed to play her game in 12 to 18 minutes than she will be playing 34 minutes being told to stand in the corner. Because of even Caitlin Clark's mentality towards the sport of basketball, when she's not touching the ball for multiple possessions on end, she shoots frustration shots. So if you're Christie sides, don't try to make her Lexi Hull without the defense. Play her in. If you don't want to play through Caitlin Clark, cool, that's fine. If you want to win a game, if you think you're going to win a game the other way, that is completely fine. At the end of the day, as much as we all would rather see Caitlin Clark play basketball, it is not her job. Her job is to win basketball games. If it's an issue with her, if not showcasing Caitlin Clark is an issue, she should have been fired already. I don't think it's an issue because the owner is completely fine with telling Caitlin Clark to go stand in that corner. The GM's fine with that. They all seem to be happy with Christie sides. So I genuinely think that it is best to just play her as a spark plug. Or even if you want to start her, make her the first sub. Get Erica Wheeler on after 4 minutes for Caitlin Clark. Get Caitlin Clark to start the second quarter. Or get Caitlin Clark in like 2 minutes later. Get Aliyah Boston at 8 minutes in the first. Get her in at 8 minutes for Aliyah Boston. Let her go to work for the last 2 minutes. Let her shoot 4 shots in those 2 minutes for all I care. At the end of that first quarter, play them at the start of the second. Let Aliyah Boston run for the rest of the second. Start again Caitlin Clark for a couple of minutes in the third. Give her a bit of a break. Get her back in for a couple of minutes at the end of the third, and then play Caitlin Clark for the last 4 minutes because she's so much of a threat with her gravity that you need her to end the game. That is the best way to use Caitlin Clark if you want to run through Aliyah Boston. Because there's no situation where playing the two of them for 32 minutes plus at the same time as each other is going to win you this game. And to be fair, there's no way you're winning this game by posting up Camila Cardoso. I'm just putting it out there. There's no way you win this game by posting up Cardoso. But very clearly, that's what she wants to do. And people don't really get it, being like, oh, she's trying to win games by getting paint touches. They're an incredibly bad paint scoring team. As good as Aliyah Boston was in the last game, in general this year, they've been a pathetically bad paint scoring team. As bad as they've been shooting wise, they've been 100 times worse scoring in the paint. The only thing is that by slowing down the game and playing through Aliyah Boston, you don't give other teams opportunities to run at you. You don't give up as many you don't turn the ball over as much, and when you do, it's often dead ball turnovers, and it just slows down the pace of the game. And in a slow down pace of the game, it might suit the Fever. Like, as far as efficiency from shooting, it's not efficiency. They're not going to score more points. But the only logic to it, and I don't think Christie Sides knows enough about basketball to realize why she's doing it, but if they want to slow down the entire pace of the game because it allows Aliyah Boston to get up and down the floor, if they believe that that's the way she's going to be most effective, if the slow down pace of the game means that they're going to be in less fouls with Aliyah Boston and less Smicks, they don't have a backup. If it improves, if some players just prefer not playing run and gun, that's cool. It's all about the pace of play, not about getting high percentage looks, because I'm sorry, yes, a 2-point shot is a higher percentage shot than a 3-point shot, but it's worth one less point. I just take out the damn calculator to realize that. But look, she's completely incompetent as a coach, but she's not incompetent as a coach because she wants to run through Aliyah Boston. I'm just gonna say that right now. But telling Caitlin Clark to go stand in the corner is incompetence. If you want to run through Aliyah Boston, fine. Bring Caitlin Clark off the bench, or at least stagger her minutes. You can play Caitlin Clark. Obviously people will go berserk, but realistically, if you want to win a game and you want to run through Aliyah Boston, you're playing Caitlin Clark max 18 minutes. Even though she is the best player on this team, She's only the best player in a certain style, and if they're not playing that style... Look, Caitlin Clark is garbage if they're not playing a run and gun style. She is. And it is what it is. Like, she'll get better. She's going to be... I think Caitlin Clark eventually is going to be in a situation where she's able to play her game and is going to be one of the greatest WNBA point guards of all time. She is a garbage, slow-down half-court player. And that is what the Fever want, and it is going to be rough for her.